my neighbor in Kirby. And there's last Wednesday night we had 22 people. I don't know what's going to happen this Wednesday because it's the 4th of July week.
Right.
But the group is building, and it'll be between now and the end of the year when rock and roll shows up. And so it'll be fun for everybody.
Gary is asking, when was the last time you had one beer?
One beer.
Just one beer.
Back
in 1976.
I didn't drink any yesterday. I didn't drink any. Yeah, right. I didn't drink any at all yesterday. I think I had probably one beer Sunday. But Saturday night.
Yeah, that was a whole different story.
Got me prepared for Sunday.
Yeah, that's right. A whole different story. The Wednesday run meets at Joseph's Bakery, 3420 North St. Mary's, which is right next to the original location of Runaway Running Store, which was 3428 North St. Mary's. Yeah. I'll never forget that address. It's burned into my head. But 3420 North St. Mary's, Joseph's Bakery and Storehouse. Meet there, come around at 6. Run starts at 6:15. Obviously, use the bathrooms. You can leave your keys in there, change your clothes in there if you're coming from work. It's incredible. 6:15 Monday, Wednesday nights, and then as the ramping up of the training starts, then you do stuff on the weekends for folks to do their long runs. And what's cool about your group is you bring water and you meet people along the course so they can get water out of your big cooler and stuff like that, or their drink. So let's touch about that real quick because a lot of folks are using something other than water to hydrate with. Gatorade. I don't even know what they make Exceed anymore.
No, they don't make Exceed.
I loved Exceed.
Well, you know what happened to Exceed? The guy who owned Exceed was an athlete, and he had everybody's saying that their drink is better than anybody else's.
Right.
So he had his lab run tests on everybody's drink.
Right.
And he found out Exceed wasn't any different than Gatorade or Powerade or a bunch of other drinks, and he closed the company down. Now, that's a guy that has the right thing going. I don't know what he does nowadays, but that's what happened to Exceed.
I loved Exceed. But no, because we always talk about it, and I'm sure Gary will chime in on this as well. We really need to just bring Gary in next Tuesday when we do this, so we all just sit there and just powwow. But you never try something new in a race that you have not done in training.
Amen. I've known people that go out and run a marathon in a brand new outfit that they bought at the expo.
Right.
14 miles down the road, they couldn't stand the outfit. They were chafed here, blistered there, rubbed raw.
Right. And I've run a marathon that way. It was not pleasant. And, of course, it took me 6 hours because I walked from mile 8 to the finish. But it took me 6 hours because that was bad. That was, I think it was Dallas White Rock in 2004 or something like that. But
so, good. You're already trained in for the Bataan. That's about what it's going to take.
No, I will be because I'm doing 223 miles in October. October 3rd through the 6th, I'll be running 223 miles from Austin to Corpus using the Capital of the Coast relay course.
Oh.
So, because I can't run the relay because I'm the announcer for it.
Right.
So I'm like, I'll run it solo or walk it or something. Gary's saying too much Gatorade, too much sugar. We can go on and on about sugar drinks, which is true. But there's a lot of folks at races, and we've all been to them. Gary, yourself, and I, and a lot of folks are listening, that they're like, what is the drink at the aid stations? Is there Gatorade? Is there goo? Is there... Again... Oh, my goodness. I'm telling you, and I know Gary's going to pop out on this one, but how many runs we've done back in the day or whatever, we just run up to next to a building or something, put our mouth under a spigot and go, I'm good.
Someone asked me last week, hey, where do we get water when we run? I said, for 20 years, I ran around the city without any truck providing me water.
There was no Dasani water bottles.
One day, for real, it was about 20 of us running through Almost Park. And this guy was out watering his grass.
Right.
And I said, let's stop for water. And they said, where are you stopping? I said, right here. And he goes, you can't do that? And I said, pardon me, sir. Can we get some water? He goes, sure. My son's in Colorado, and he runs marathons.
So he knows.
Yeah. So.
He knows. I mean, that's just one of the things. I mean, it's like one of those folks is like, oh, I can only have Dasani water. Or guess where Dasani water comes from. On the side of the Dasani building.
And you're paying for the bottle.
And you're paying for the bottle. That's right. Which is not as biodegradable, I'm telling you. But again, folks, PurnellRacing.com. Every Tuesday we're going to do the show. If you want to come in, we can do it.
We'll do it.
Purnell Racing Radio, as we're going to call it. 10 o'clock every Tuesday. And we're going to have so much stuff to talk about as we're going to be getting ready for, obviously, the fall marathon and racing schedule. Oh yeah, we're talking about big wrecks on. We're watching the Tour de France on the flat screen as we're going through this. But Gatorade, Gary's saying Gatorade has its place, but it's just too much sugar. He provides water for his runners at his cross country camps and in his training groups as well, because he said the best water is from his hose.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I remember that. I remember training for Honolulu Marathon or Maui Marathon, Kauai, whatever we were getting ready for back in the early 80s or late 70s. We just run up next to someone's house, turn on the water, drink it, and, just keep running. Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, I would love...
I'd buy my water at H-E-B's, the 32 pack.
That's what we have in our cupboard over there. Yeah. We do the same thing. But my thing is I would love to take one of these folks. And I know a lot of them. We do the Fit Kitchen show on Thursdays from 10 to 11 with these Ironman triathletes and everything that are so GPS, so wired in that I would love to unhook them for a month and just do a study on you're going to drink water out of the faucet. It's going to be room temperature or whatever, or you may put some ice in your bottle, and no computers, no here's my data and all that crap. For 30 days and see how they feel. Just be an old soul runner or soul bike rider or whatever. And so how they're
some of the athletes that I know now that got involved in all of the whiz bang things when they first came out, at some point put it down and they don't use them anymore.
Right.
They started out without them. At some point thought, oh, everybody's got one of these. I gotta have one of these. And then they bought it and used it. And then 6 months later, or a year later, or 2 years later, they put it down. They don't even go back to it anymore.
Well, that's like what Gary was saying was they get too dependent on that.
Yep.
And you touched on that as well. As we were like, oh, I've got to have it. And that's one of the things. We went to a spin class, and Michelle, who'd been going to it before, she goes, oh, yeah, he talks about zone 3, zone 4, zone this, zone that. And I was like, I know when I'm in zone 4, my body's going to tell me. I don't need a strap on my chest to go, hey, you're in zone 4.
Well, not only that, if you truly wore a heart monitor and did the way the book says do it, you'd go out and start running. In this heat, you'd get about a half mile down the road, and you'd have to quit.
I'd walk outside. What are you talking about?
Right. I mean, like the truth is, you can't do it.
Right.
You've got to go with way your body feels, and I mean, the old days we used to stop and put our fingers on our neck.
Oh, yeah.
Get our pulse and go, oh, yeah, well, I'm a little bit high today.
Right.
But I didn't stop.
Right. Yep. Count 10 seconds. Oh, your heart rate's 150. Oh, I got to slow down. No, you're actually burning fat and calories now. Come on now. But again, Purnell Racing Radio every Tuesday from 10 o'clock. We're going to go ahead and schedule it. And if it changes, we're going to let you know, of course. You can find John Purnell on Facebook at Purnell Racing. Race management, like them, see what's going on, because again, nobody in San Antonio has been putting on races longer than he has. No one's trained more athletes than he has, and I'm not just saying that because he's my dad. I'm saying that because it's a true fact. And people still come back to him to this day going, hey, can you train me again? I've been at Brand X, I've been over elsewhere or whatever, but a proven theory is a proven theory.
Yep.
And when you've done it for so long, you know what you're doing. So it's just incredible. But again, go to PurnellRacing.com. Find out what's going on with the Best of Texas series. Win money. It's not just a series where you're like, oh, I get a T-shirt at the end. You can actually win money.
Right.
And at every race, there's hotel rooms to be given away as door prizes. If you don't come do the race and take the door prizes, hey, we're going to go use them.
Athlete's Foot gives out $25 gift certificates at every race.
Yep.
We give out other things too. I mean, last time I gave out 10 gift certificates, $10 a piece to Tycoon Flats.
Oh, I love Tycoon Flats.
I know.
I remember we used to run.
Those things were really sought after.
I'm telling you, we used to run and then end up at Tycoon Flats. I remember those. back in the day. But now, folks, again, thanks for listening. This is Mark. Well, I speak for you. Obviously, John Purnell with Purnell Racing Management. Like them on Facebook. And, of course, go to PurnellRacing.com. Find out more information. Next week, hopefully, we can get Gary Bremer in and we'll Gary's brain and we'll talk about what.
Gary's just trying to be a John Purnell.
Oh, we'll see this one pop up here in a second. But we're going to talk about, we got so much things to talk about. We're going to talk about nipple bleeding, why you need your shoes half size larger when you're running long distances, because track shoes and long distance shoes are different, and there's a reason why.
And you want the shoe to take the abuse, not your body. So don't buy one of these flim-flam shoes that's going to wear out in 50 miles.
Oh, my God. Let me tell you, those finger-toe shoes or whatever they're called, Vibrams or whatever, I've never seen anybody, and I do a lot of the major marathons, I've never seen anybody finish a marathon with those shoes on. Either they take them off and throw them away, or they're carrying them across the finish line.
I had an athlete that did that 4 years ago at Rock and Roll, and he disappeared. I talked to him afterwards. I said, so what happened? He said, well, at mile 6, I had to take these stupid shoes off and walk the last 20 miles. I said, that should be a clue.
I tell you, it's incredible. And Gary's saying he could never live up to you being a legend. So, again, folks, every Tuesday, 10 o'clock, Purnell Racing Radio. We're going to talk about all kinds of good things coming up. And thanks, Gary, for chiming in. And we'll talk to you soon. God bless. Have a great time. And, of course, again, Let Freedom Run, 5K Run and Walk, benefiting the Veterans Memorial Plaza. It starts at Church Civic Center, July 4th. That's this Thursday, 8 o'clock registration. We're going to kick off the run at 9:15. It's in front of the parade. Hey, until today is $20. Register now. They've got pack and pick up at the library and church on Wednesday. And, of course, you can register online at active.com. Do you have anything else you want to put out?
No, just be there. We have door prizes and refreshments at the end.
There you go. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Again, God bless. Take care. Hydrate, 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 and we'll see you soon. Glimmer Gear. Increase your visibility. Be seen by motorists up to a quarter mile away. LED-equipped, state-of-the-art sports apparel designed to offer you comfort and safety while you exercise, train, and explore the outdoors. Visit Glimmer Gear today. Enter the promo code ISpeakForYou and get 25% off. That's glimmergear.com or give them a call at 619-299-GEAR.
You're listening for I Speak For You.